Imagine this. A child is born who will never know disease, never carry the genetic flaws of their ancestors, never struggle with the limits of biology. Sounds like progress, almost utopia. Yet behind that promise lies an unsettling question. What does it mean to be human when we begin to rewrite ourselves at the most fundamental level? CRISPR, the gene editing tool that can cut and paste the code of life, has placed us at the threshold of a new age. For the first time in history, we hold the power not only to heal, but to design. But design leads to choice, and choice leads to responsibility. And philosophy tells us, responsibility without wisdom is dangerous. Neurophilosophy reminds us that our sense of self is already fragile, bound to brain activity we don't fully understand. If the mind and free will are shaped by neurons and chemicals, what happens when we begin editing the very instructions that build those neurons? Do we risk altering not only bodies, but identities? Could the freedom we cherish be engineered away without us realizing it? Bioethics raises harder questions still. Who decides which edits are acceptable? Eliminating deadly diseases seems noble. But what about altering intelligence, appearance, or personality? If perfection can be manufactured, will imperfection become a crime? Will parents be pressured to optimize their children, or risk leaving them behind in a society where enhancement is the new normal? Philosophy of science warns us that knowledge is never pure objectivity. Every discovery carries assumptions, biases, and limits. The promise of CRISPR is no different. Its power dazzles us, but our understanding of genes is still incomplete. A single edit may ripple through the genome in ways we can't predict. When we play editor of the human story, are we writing a masterpiece or a tragedy we can't yet read? And then there is the problem of consciousness, that mysterious what it feels like to be alive. We can edit DNA, but can we edit experience? If psychedelics research shows us the mind is far stranger than we imagined, CRISPR reminds us that life itself is fragile and malleable. Yet no code, no sequence explains why we feel. If we engineer life without understanding consciousness, are we steering in the dark toward an unknown shore? The future of gene editing may be bright, or it may be bleak. The same tool that could end suffering could also amplify inequality, deepen control, and fracture what it means to be human. We stand at a crossroad between healing and hubris. Philosophy does not give us answers, but it gives us the courage to pause, to question, to resist the easy path of blind progress. Because technology will always move forward. The question is whether wisdom will move with it. In the end, the uncertainty of gene editing is not only a scientific puzzle, it is an existential one. The dark future is not written in our genes, but in our choices. And the deepest question is this: when we finally learn to master life itself, will we still remember how to live it?